The Punisher One Last Kill official trailer review. Let's get right into this. So to begin, let me just say this. Since last year when they were filming, I think it was around the summer. I think last year around the summer. They were filming, and obviously because it was outside New York City, a lot of people were filming. There's a lot of set leaks. So a lot of shots in this trailer when I watched the first, I'm like, wow, I was just taken back. I'm like, damn, I remember these shots. But obviously now we're getting it from the actual professional perspective. You know what I mean? From the actual like the actual filmmaking perspective. And man, I love it. I don't know if it could be intentional or not. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. But to me, it looks like they're kind of one way that they're kind of connecting the Punisher special to Brand New Day is visually, like stylistically, whatever. I like the color grading kind of remind me of Spider-Man Brand New Day to a degree, and also uh certain uh, not the fight sequences, but even the way it was shot as well kind of remind me of Brand New Day. I don't know, maybe I could be wrong. Maybe I'm like reaching here, but that's kind of what I got. So I'll say, and it looks beautiful. That's all I can say. It looks beautiful. Apparently, uh the cinematographer is someone that's like very very like well respected. Everyone has them in a high regard. I don't know if it's true or not, but what I saw, I'm like, yeah, this looks very good. But aside from that, in terms of the narrative, we do get a bit of that. And I will say, like, kind of following up on what I was saying earlier about, already knowing some of the leaks, we did get one frame of Ma Gnucci or however you say her name. I still don't know to this day. Even back then, I was kind of making jokes about that. And I'll link those videos where I talk about the set leaks from last year. But the main villain's supposed to be Ma Gnucci, and we do get, from what I understand, one frame of her, the person that's like in the yellow, was it the yellow dress or whatever? Uh, and that's presumably her before she, I guess, whatever, like that really like traumatic stuff kind of happens to her. So people, I also have the same questions. People, are they going to do anything that kind of follows her arc, I guess, in the comics, where more specifically the polar bear arc? I'm not going to go into detail about it, but if they're going to do anything like that, there are set leaks of her, what is it, in the wheelchair, so we will be seeing that later on. But also another thing in terms of the narrative that we saw, it and it does kind of, to a degree, I'll say this, to an extent, it does seem like they're rehashing the Punisher series, right, the Netflix one. And let me just say this, people, I know some people have like quite a few problems with this, the special presentation, but let me say this, I love it. Okay, I love it. Okay, I'm hyped for it. I'm just happy that Jon Bernthal's getting his own focus project, because for the last bit, it's honestly felt like he's kind of been a side character. And it just feels good. Like a presentation is the best way to do it. You don't have to worry about series, dragging stuff out, whatever. Here, just get 60 minutes of Jon Bernthal going absolutely crazy on people, on criminals, whatever. And I'm good with that. Like Ma Gnucci, she's a organized crime boss kind of, and just seeing what he's gonna do, up against her, whatever. It's gonna be fun. And I saw in this a lot of action. Just Punisher beating the hell out of people. That's all I want. But also tying it in, you get like even last year when they announced it that we were going to see Curtis again and then seeing set leaks of him. Now seeing him in this, I'm like, man, this is great. And it does there are some similarities to the Punisher. Like in this, they're making it seem like they're insinuating that Curtis is probably dead, which is unfortunate because I love Curtis as a character. I thought he was a great character. And so when they brought him back, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm excited to see what they do with him, how much of a role he's gonna actually have in the special. It seems like it is prominent, at least in the beginning, setting up the plot, like in the beginning of the presentation to what I guess happens later on, because just the mindset that Frank is in, right? And like even when he's like kind of like obviously like he's not actually there. Curtis isn't actually there. He's just kind of getting like he's kind of seeing him. Frank's just seeing him and whatever. It kind of connects back to his experiences, like a vet and stuff like that. But that it's yeah, just to summarize, leaning back into what we saw in season 1 and 2 of the Punisher, the series. And also another thing, we see them going back to, in kind of like a new way, revisiting the whole, I guess, kind of like the origin story of the Punisher, what happens to his family in this, because you do see the scene about like the, like dad, and then we also see, like the children and stuff. And if I'm not wrong, that was his daughter, right? And then so it's referencing like what we saw in the series as well. And then also we see someone else's daughter and stuff, and he saves her presumably. So yeah, just rushing stuff from back there. But even with that, still like you see one of my most excited, or one of the moments I was most excited for from the set leaks was the moment where you see the building where the Punisher's fighting people in the, I don't know what to say, like in the hallways of a building, the corridors, whatever corridors. Uh, in those like in that big like building or whatever it is, or two buildings. That's what I want to see. I was excited because from the set leaks, saw people falling off of railings, whatever, and then when they showed it in this trailer, I'm like, yeah, it's exactly what I want. It's exactly how I envisioned it. So that's gonna look insane. Also, there's a particular sequence in this trailer they show where the Punisher's on top of a roof, some sort of building, whatever, and he starts just going crazy. He's using weapons, whatever, and he starts going crazy on these goons, on these criminals. So I'm loving that, and also another insane, even the way that was shot too, and like some over like bird eye view type of shot, whatever. It looks great too. And I think there's slow motion in there. Anyways, that shot especially reminded me kind of Brand New Day to a certain degree. And then what was another thing I was excited for from the set leaks was when they show the madness on the streets, the chaos that's going on. I'm not too sure still. I'm still kind of confused about the timeline about this special. Where is it? Where is it exactly? Like, where exactly in the timeline is it? Because I'm kind of confused about that. I think they'll answer it, but still, I'm excited. I'm excited to see even if they have any, what type of ramifications, if any, it has on Daredevil. If they have any references in there, there has to be at least a few lines to it for sure. And then for Brand New Day, I wonder if there's gonna be any connection. There should be, from at least what we're seeing and hearing. And yeah, like Jon Bernthal, like I said, there's chaos on the streets, whole bunch of stuff going on. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. And yeah, it's just R-rated Punisher. That's what I wanted. Okay, and it's a nice way to segue it. The fans get what they want, like a whole Punisher special. At least that's what I wanted. More focused stuff on the Punisher, his own solo stuff. And it's not serious. It's a special presentation, so you have to go. It's just all gas, no break. That's what I like. And Jon Bernthal wrote it, so we might get, because he also wrote that scene in Daredevil Born Again season 1 between Matt and Frank, which is like goaded. So I'm hoping to get something here where we get like another monologue from Frank, and it's absolute cinema. That's what I'm hoping for. Some really like golden moments like that. And then what else? I think that's really about it. The action looks phenomenal, phenomenal. It was really all I wanted. And like I said, getting an R-rated Punisher thing, and then going into the PG-13 whatever Punisher inspiring Brand New Day. I feel like it is, the good of both worlds. We get both things, so it's perfectly balanced. So I don't really think this is goated. This is great. I love the Punisher. I love seeing him. This is like in his realm, in his world of like actually like R-rated type stuff, violent, whatever, TVMA. It's just everything I wanted. That's all I can say. Like I know, like even the narrative they're showing so far, I love it. Okay, like I know it's kind of rehashing it to a degree, but it's fine with me. Okay, I just want to see the Punisher. This is his own project, so like I'll take anything. I know people might not like that, but I'm just being honest. And so far, it seems like a lot of people are hyped about this. The trailer on YouTube almost has 2 million views in 7 hours, so that's pretty good. But yeah, anyways, let me know how excited you are about the Punisher special presentation. Throughout this video, I'll put on the poster as well because they did release another poster for it, which looks pretty good as well. But yeah, let me know. Are you excited for special presentation? Do you have any worries? And also, like, how do you think this will connect to either Daredevil or like the street level or Spider-Man Brand New Day, if at all? Anyways, let me think down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one. Peace.